Hello, everyone. Laura Schwam here, and today I was going to do a reading for my Aquarius people. I love my Aquarius people. One of my best friends is Aquarius. They have such a loving, creative, colorful energy, a lot of them. Anyway, for those of you that are new to the channel, again, my name is Laura Schwam, and I like to use my deck to start off readings because my deck will tell us about the spiritual blocks and the spiritual lessons that we need to look at, the underlying energy or theme that we're dealing with in our situation. So again, this message is going to be for Aquarius, but understand if you wind up landing on it, um, and you resonate with it, well, then it's your message because, readings are all about energy. And so it's when we're talking spiritual energy, we are attracting energy that we need. So it's not a coincidence if you wound up landing on my channel and saying, wow, I resonated with that, even though I am not an Aquarius. It's again, you made up of the vibrational energy, spirit descending. So, it also could be that, you may be thinking of somebody and, or somebody's in your energy field that you're like, I feel like this reading was more for them. That happens. One time I went to get a reading with a friend and she went in to get the reading and the guy couldn't take both of us because at the time he was sick. And when you have cancer, you're not supposed to do readings. Well, anyway, she came out. She was so mad. She said, everything he told me was wrong. Everything he told me was wrong. And she came out. And as she was telling me what he told her, I said, that was my reading. I was like, she told the guy told her about how the father was sick at the time. My father had cancer. How the guy that I was seeing was like could be abusive, like and named certain things, and that how I needed to watch. My point is I needed the message for where I was at that time, and that's how spirit works. So, like I said, if you wind up like again like just the same as how a card flips out. If a card flips out, you're supposed to take it. That there's no accidents. In the spiritual realm, there are no accidents. That you are a magnet of who and what comes into your life. You may be like, well, that person was an asshole. Does that mean I'm an asshole? No, what that means is you may treat yourself like an asshole. You may not realize that what you're doing again. So there's only two energies, love and fear. So unfortunately, you could have a lot of fear energy and attract an asshole. Unfortunately. So that's why we look at the underlying energy first. So the card that fell out, by the way, was permissive. So which goes against both these energies. So there's a paradoxical energy. So determination obviously is all about persevering, like, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I am determined to win. Like, it's again, no matter what it takes, that you're going to do, spend all your time, energy, focus, money, your resources on, you know, creating your path. Because spirit descending is that we all have a spirit part of self. The spirit part of self is God part of self that works through us, right? Through our gut, intuition, inner knowing. And that's how we create our heaven on earth. That's how we create ourselves. It's again through our soul's purpose. So spirit descending, it's when the spirit part of self grounds itself. So, and that a lot of times it takes determination because mastery comes in doing. It means that we have to do every day. We have to be consistent every day. But then here we have permissive, which is the exact opposite. So I wouldn't say that this is saying to all of a sudden be permissive. And I would not say, what I would say is to be permissive is almost to be observant of self, to not be in control of what happens. Meaning, the way you manifest is when there's no emotion towards it. This is why we're able to manifest what's in our subconscious mind so easily. So being permissive is almost like, well, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's to get into a state like this. It's again of observing and of being open to receive, but without that emotional charge of I need to have it, or I don't want it, I don't want it, I'm nervous that I have it. It's again, it's to just be, to be. And when we are that way, we manifest. And the reason why is because there's no attachment, that we are made in God's image. That's why we have a spirit part of self. That's a supernatural part of ourself. That's what I'm connected to you right now, is through sensitivity. And so if you're on your soul's path, and you again are determined, maybe you are putting energy towards it every day, or again, maybe you're someone that's saying, oh well, I feel like I'm on my spiritual path but I'm not seeing anything. Well, then it's to be determined and to again look at your situation from without attachment. And again, without attachment is without emotion. The problem a lot of times with spiritual blocks, meaning a block within your relationship. Again, if you really like somebody and now all of a sudden you're nervous, or you're somebody that's always nervous in relationships, you don't realize that you begin to look for things that are out of alignment with what you want. You are coming more from a fear state consciousness. So it's again, and it's not to see things only from, rose colored glasses either, is to be able to come from this balanced perception too, which would be to be, on your soul's path again. And this is when we're co-creating with the universe. It's again through the spirit part of self, and we're consistent. It's again, and coming from this place of, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Or it's I know that something's going to happen. I just don't know exactly what it's going to look like. It's to have faith, meaning you have faith knowing that something's going to happen. You just don't have an attachment to how or what it looks like in its process. Then you're actually able to have really good perception about what's going on in your relationships and what may be out of balance that you may have to look out for, because your intuition again is not focused on all these other things. It's just, and our intuition works randomly. It's when we weren't thinking about it. And there's always a call to action right after your intuition calls to you. This is how you know it's intuition and not anxiety. Again, intuition comes on randomly. We might be washing the dishes, we might be taking a shower, we're doing something completely different, we're not even thinking about whatever it is that we're wondering about. The intuition, which is the God part of self, it tells us only in the now, only in the moment. And who knows when that moment is. Again, it could be when you're washing the dishes or doing something completely opposite to what you were thinking about, but there's usually a call to action right after. 99.9% there is. So just so that you know, so this could be about relationship or it could be about work. Let's take a look. What is going on in my Aquarius's life? Eight of Swords reversed. The Emperor. Pull that determination, see this? And then Judgment. Page of Cups. Okay, so already this energy, Knight of Pentacles. So someone feels trapped in their situation, but they can leave at any time, because this Eight of Swords, like I said, the person can leave at any time. They are, acting like they're stuck there again because they don't know what to do. But they're determined. They are determined to not stay in their situation. That's what this is showing right now. That they are not going to stay in, whether this is a relationship with a person, whether it's I just kind of feel like, to be honest with you, the person is not going to stay. Yeah, it's like they're not going to stay in a relationship. It's that they've been in a loveless marriage for a long time, or a loveless connection in a long time, and they are determined to get out. They, again, and I like the energy of an emperor. So I feel like someone, again, has been trapped for quite some time. So again, Aquarius, you might have been out of contact with your person for some time. And this person has had time to think about it. And I know this because it's judgment, awakening. They've thought about it. And they're really determined on getting out of their situation. And there is a sense of excitement, of spiritual renewal, because again, they were trapped. I feel like they were trapped, and we're going to look and see why they were trapped. But as far as right now, I just kind of feel like they were trapped by family, and not just if they were married. I feel like immediate family, like almost like a big Spanish family, while like this person was and they didn't need to be Spanish, but that this person has taken on the responsibility of their entire family, like generation, like family. This is what it feels like, and they've taken it on. They don't need to. They're determined to get out of their situation. They've had this awakening that they're not living like for themselves. That they're not happy in their situation, that they're not. And so it's, again, this is a spiritual awakening. Thing is, it's a page. And the thing is with pages is that they tend to be a little immature. They tend to do things without thinking. There's no experience, there's no grounding experience. So though this is great that the person, while he's here, he's an emperor, so it's almost like I'm trapped, I'm mad, I'm determined to get out, this isn't right. I've had this awakening, but like I'm not mature, and I know I'm not mature because look at this. The Seven of Swords is all about dishonesty. So Aquarius, I'm a little nervous again. Now this could be you, Aquarius, that's attached to someone, that is planning on going to someone while you're still attached to somebody, and haven't 100% cut that off and made new arrangements. Because it looks like if your person does this, it's not just going to like affect one person, it affects the entire family. So this person is coming to you, and they're not telling you everything. They're making it look like, well, my situation is done. I'm a free person. I'm not taking care of my entire family anymore. And I don't know whether it's because they owned a business together, or I feel like your person, Aquarius, might have like invested money with a lot of people in their family, and that's why they're attached to them, because they own this business together. Or whether they were silent partners, and now like your person felt obligated to like take care of them. I don't know how your person got involved into taking care of all these people, but at this point, it's like everything's on this person's shoulders, to the point that they don't really feel like they can get out of this like in an honest way. And they're not doing anything really about it either. It's like they pretend that they're going to, but look at this. Like, my concern, Aquarius, is now if this isn't you and you're attached to somebody that's doing this and they're coming in dishonest, that's going to mess up your stability. That's going to mess up again. And I also feel like your person is not as stable, because again, whoever he or she went into business with owns pieces of their business, and they're asking for their money back. They're asking for, so there's a lot of uncertainty. So Yes, Aquarius, your person like is while they're in this captive state, and again, they're staying somewhere and they are mainly because they don't know what to do. I don't know whether or not like I there's no love on this page at all. There's no love. I see pentacles and I see swords, but I do not see any, like, except for, like, again, this page of cups, which I feel like this page is coming towards you, but this person is not a mature person when it comes to love. They're determined and they're determined. So it doesn't, to me, it's again, their heart is saying, I want to be with my Aquarius. I want to be with my Aquarius. But this person is not knowledgeable and with and they're not used to standing up for themselves, and they have way too many people in their life that are like dictating what's going in their life, to the point that they feel trapped, and they're coming to you feeling trapped, and they're not being honest about everything. And so because of that, it's like, again, that's going to mess up your stability. So if I'm looking at your cards, the first few cards that we pulled out, again, this tells me that you're on a spiritual journey, that you're doing very well, and you are on your path. So this is the karmic block. This is the challenge for you, Aquarius. Your challenge is, are you going to stay true to yourself again, where you are co-creating, and where you're again like you're staying on path, determined to create, like, again, and whatever you're working on for yourself? Or are you going to get deterred because this person, this immature page, who does have feelings for you but hasn't closed out a cycle? They haven't closed out a cycle. Now, what I also feel like, this person has not been in your energy for quite some time. So they're daydreaming a lot. So there's a sense of, again, this page energy of but it's not grounded. They don't really know what to do. And this happens a lot of times when you say, I felt a connection with someone. Well, a trauma bond is a relationship that feels like a soulmate twin flame relationship, but it's two people needed to learn spiritual lessons. And so what I see, Aquarius, is that you are on your spiritual path and you're doing a mighty fine job of it. But maybe you have a spiritual or karmic block of victimization because of betrayal, because other people take what's yours. So this would tell me, Aquarius, that you have to be true to yourself, that you need to stay on course, regardless of what this person says. Because if they're really a soulmate twin flame, they are going to figure out a way to come back. It's, again, when someone's meant to be in your life, it doesn't matter that, like, what the obstacle is. There's a reason why they say ain't no mountain high enough. It's, again, because the person is like, there ain't nothing that's going to stop me to get to you. It's, again, because love, it gives us that power, that supernatural power, because that is God. God is just love. It's, again, so, and that is what inspires us. That's what makes us consistent. That's what gets us to do things that we wouldn't volunteer to do. It's, again, because love is healing. So it's, again, what this lesson that I see is that someone needs to make sure that they stay loving on themselves, and let this person, let this page figure out their mess themselves. That this is what they have to deal with. This is their karma. It doesn't mean that you can't work things out later, but understand, if they're going to work this hard to get out of their situation, then they're going to stay with you, Aquarius. But if you get in there and you're helping this person to move out, or to, like, get out of their situation, 9 times out of 10 they will go back, because they didn't try. It's how much heart you put into something. So again, a lot of times, if we're coming from a place of fear, we're like, I want to do this, but it's not a thought out. It's, again, situation, and then we feel guilty if we leave, because again, we didn't do things the right way. So it's again, when people plan and they have to ground themselves and they really have to think about it and they have to deal with the consequences of changing their life, then you know that once they make those changes, it's going to last. Otherwise, it's just bullshit. It's like this person's immature. That, and it's again, though they have a judgment, they figure it out. Okay, where's the work that you've done? You haven't done anything, but you're expecting the Aquarius to do it. It's like, Aquarius, you need to be like, oh, hell to the no. Okay, I am embarrassed by my actions. I feel disgusted with myself. Well, we do too. We do too. Right, Aquarius? I mean, come on now. Like, get it together. You love this person. You need to rise. Come on. What else do you gotta say? I mean, it's like almost like it is embarrassing because you're not even like thinking, I know I messed up everything. And I want you to know I have a lot of good cards in here. So it's like, I mean, look, free yourself from your own limitations. Like there are other good cards in here, like jealous and possessive, but there's, out of all this is exactly what it is. It's like you are embarrassed. You had plenty of time, but you don't, though you're embarrassed of what you did, you're not embarrassed about what you're about to do. Which again, so you might say this person is an asshole. This person has a lot of trauma and they need healing. It's again, they are in victim mode, they're in survival mode. So they're not thinking, they're not happy in their situation. They don't know how to be happy in their situations. They don't know how to set boundaries. And because they don't, they allowed their relationship with you to fall to the wayside almost, because they don't know what to do. They're pleasing everyone else. Okay, any messages for my Aquarius people? Okay, twin flame, your passion ignites. So I do believe, Aquarius, that this person is gonna come to you. I do believe that. It's again, because love is healing. It's supernatural. So this person knows that they are. Is that where they are now? No. I mean, well, they are. It's that, so they are actually coming towards you. The problem is they're not coming the right way. So what you need to do, and like I didn't want to make this video longer, but we have to now pull to be like, how is my Aquarius people gonna handle it? Because I would say that you need to tell this person to clean up their shit, like I said before, and then come back to you, because and understand, being that you're a twin flame, if you don't fool around with this person and you're like, you stand firm and you're like, no, you really need to fix your mess. This twin flame is again, they're going to come back, because love is healing, and that type of energy, passion, is what transmute. The fire of passion is alchemy. It transmutes that negative energy. So again, the fear that this person is going through, you can be the catalyst for this person. And that's what this is saying. So and again, this would be your lesson, Aquarius, because what it's saying is you gotta stand true to yourself. You gotta stay like true to yourself, because and that's hard. And a lot of times, especially if you love someone and you're so connected to them, you're going to feel what they feel. So you're going to have to make sure that you're really in your path and in your like being true to yourself, so that you don't, because this twin flame energy is passion and it can go both ways. You can't be like, you have to like set the boundaries so that this person does what they have to do. Love is healing. And this is, again, there is no gender in tarot, so or in any cards. So it's, you might be with a guy, you may be with another guy, you may be with a girl, you may be with another girl. It's again, it doesn't matter. Whoever you're with that's tangled up in this, taking care of an entire family that they're not happy about, they need to like figure it out. like before that they, come into your life, because this person isn't getting treated nicely, and this is what they're realizing, and they don't want to live this way. And if you're with them like this, you're not going to be treated nicely either, and that would affect your relationship. That is why this needs to be cleaned up first. And that's not cards, that's just, again, common sense. Yeah, five of wands. So it's, again, conflict, which we know, but it's like this person's going to be able to handle it. They're going to be able to handle it, because it's like, again, it's not like it, but they still have to go through with it. And that's what, that this person will have your passion, your love to help them get through that. The five of wands, but five of wands reversed isn't as bad, but it's still bad. It's like, and so, the challenge again may be to be optimistic while we're going through this. The star is all about your hopes and dreams becoming a reality, and I do believe that that this person believes that. It's so the challenge may be for you to find your balance in the situation, Aquarius, because when you have a deep connection with someone like this, again, a twin flame relationship, it's again, you don't want to get caught up in their mess, but you have to be somewhat there for them also. So the challenge again is going to be for you to remain positive and keep your eye on your dream without letting it without letting their situation affect that. That's going to be your biggest challenge. But again, if you're in this type of energy, you're actually in the same type of energy as this energy, believe it or not. Because when you're co-creating with God and the universe through your soul's passion, it's bringing you people, situations, and experiences that fill you with passion and joy and the same. So no, you're not sexually getting anything, but passionate wise you are, emotionally wise you are. So that's why a lot of people can stay in an emotionally fulfilling relationship, where a lot of times you can't stay in just a passion relationship without the friendship, without the trust, without the unconditional love, without the support. So it's, again, this energy is it again is when we want somebody to do something, and we have to, again, they're fighting a battle within themselves, and that battle within themselves is, again, how to be true to yourself without letting the people in your environment dictate what is going to be best for you, even though you may love them, even though that they're important people in your life. Sometimes you have to set boundaries, and those people are not going to talk to you. It's, again, so you got to keep your eye on the prize and never lose yourself, never lose your dreams. Keep your eye on them, because if people are meant to be in your life, they're going to come back into your life. And that goes for your twin flame too. As I said before, you saying, no, you have to take care of XYZ first, that person's going to come back because you're their twin flame. The lesson for you is to know that, is to see that they come back. It's, again, and to not abandon yourself. You want unconditional love, you have to become it, you have to do it for yourself. That's a lesson for you, Aquarius. And for this person, it's to love themselves enough to set boundaries and also go after their life. So both spiritual lesson is the same for both you and your person, Aquarius. So, but you are the catalyst for your person to change. So by you walking in your path, you get this person to, again, do the right thing for themselves. Now, if you guys resonated with this, Aquarius, leave me a like, comment, be interactive with me. I love it when you guys are interactive with me. Also, I want you to check out my subscriptions. I just put one up. I think it's in the studio. There I'm going to have a lot of live streams and giveaways of my Psychic Soul Healing Oracle system. That comes with a shadow workbook. Oh, I was looking for the cards there in my lap. So, and then that comes with a shadow workbook. So it's all about integrating your spiritual wounds and turning them into spiritual gifts. I have a lot of other spiritual packages and subscriptions, whether it's for my radio show or different subscriptions that I offer here. So check it out on my Patreon. Everything you can find in the description box below. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I will talk to you again real soon. Bye. Mwah.